But just as you've spoken now, logistics continues to stand out. For a number of people, they were wondering just how you were going to do it when you already said that you're not going to be keeping materials at the CBN. I think you started that with the Ekiti elections, and you have continued into the OSUN elections. What challenges have that, given you?
Well, you cannot use the Ekiti governorship election and the OSUN governorship election as a measure of what will happen in 2023. This is because, for instance, in the Ekiti governorship election, we had less than 1 million registered voters. In the OSUN governorship election, we were shy of 2 million registered voters. So these are smaller, these are standalone elections. Yes, for the Ekiti governorship election, we utilized the services of the Nigerian Air Force, and they flew the materials into Akure Airport. We did the same thing with the OSUN governorship election, and then we moved these materials to our state offices. But for the 2023 general election, we are going to have over 95 million ballot papers printed for presidential election. Over 95 million ballot papers that will be printed for the senatorial election. Over 95 million ballot papers will be printed for House of Representative elections. And then it goes down. It's going to be a huge logistic nightmare. So what we intend to do going forward, since there were issues surrounding our keeping the materials with the central bank, we have not had an opportunity of sitting down with the central bank to review the entire issue surrounding our moving our materials with the Nigerian Air Force. We are definitely going to do that. If at the end of the day we are not satisfied with the arrangements, then we have to look for a new logistic pathway on how to manage logistics during the 2023 general election. But no decision has been taken, yes.
What you're saying is that the methods you used, or the arrangements you made for the Ekiti and Austrian elections, will not be sustainable for the general election?
Definitely it will not. Because we used the Nigerian Air Force moved these materials from where they were printed to Akure Airport. This is one election. But when you have to move materials to 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, it's a completely different ball game. And the number of materials we are talking about, I'm saying 95 million ballot papers for presidential election, and you have to move resources, you have to move the beavers, and so on and so forth. And these are quite sensitive materials. So what we did in Ekiti and OSUN in terms of the 2023 general election will not be sustainable, and we need to look for a completely different logistic pathway on how to deal with that particular problem.
Okay.